Oi, gente. In this lesson, we're going to be working on how to control our space and realistically working on our body control and our body awareness. So for this class, for this lesson, you are going to need a handy dandy chair, the greatest of all training tools for a capoeirista. So we're going to need a chair today. Just going to push this off to the side for right now. But we're going to go ahead and we're just going to warm up first. So we're going to go through our normal warm-up, just a nice light ginga here. Just kind of moving through and around. Give a little bit of twist, kind of shrug out your shoulders. You don't have to be as low as your normal ginga. Again, we're just warming up, so you don't need to go 100% right now. We're just getting our body moving in the way that we're going to be moving today. Good. All right. And then here, we're going to just go ahead and little circles forward. Yeah, still doing ginga, but little circles forward. All right, and little circles backward. Just getting our bodies moving here. And big circles forward. So this one can be a little bit trickier. But big circles forward, keep on moving, and big circles backwards. Should be feeling a little bit of warmth, or maybe just my room is a little hot today. One of the two. So here, good. And just ginga. And now what I want you to do is I want you to twist. So you follow that extended hand back and twist with each ginga. You're looking at your back hand as you do it. Good. One more. All right, our giro de tronco is coming up. That spinning of the trunk, the chest. So dos, tres. Again, your hands are gonna draw a big circle. And if your back isn't super flexible, we're not gonna go super far back. All right, so all I want is a big circle with your hands and just making a circle with your torso, right? Just one. Here, boom. And then again, so you just alternate every other side. And if you can see, as the further my shoulders go back, the further forward my hips go. So I'm keeping my hips over my feet, preferably over the balls of my feet, because that's going to be that straight line to anchor you into the ground so you don't fall backwards, so you don't fall forwards. Other side here. Good. So keep going. Every single time you step back into ginga, you're going to come up with a giro de tronco. Good. Dois mais. And don't forget to breathe out. That is legit the trickiest thing, because you're going back and your core is all compressed and your abs are all tight and you forget to breathe, and that's not great for you. All right, so ginga now. With your knee bent, up, out, in. Here, up, out, in. Good. Other side, up, out, in. And do this a couple more times. So you ginga once, and then you go through, and you're really just working that hip, opening it up a bit here. Good. Up, out, and in. All right. One more. Up, out, and in. Now straighten that leg out. So this is important. This is warming up. We're not throwing kicks yet. Straight kicking leg, bent base leg. Height doesn't matter. Height will come. This is just to kind of get those muscles moving in the various ways. So here, up, out, in. And each day is going to be a little bit different. So up, out, in. It's blatantly obvious. My right leg is a little bit more loose than my left here. out, in, and that's okay. The point is just to get everything nice and warm and not kick your chair. Two more. All right, last one, and we go up, ponteira, out, queixada de frente, in, meio de frente. Good, so now we're warmed up a bit. Again, we're gonna leave this chair alone here for a second. We're gonna work on some of the movements first, and then we're gonna play with them a little bit. So the first movement we're gonna work on is au. Now, remember, au, if you break it down, is hand, hand, foot, foot. That's the sequence of movement and how you're placing your appendages on the ground. That's gonna be really important as we go through the actual drill. So here, we're gonna au one way or another. Now keep in mind your space, right? I have actually a pretty decent space. I could do a full au here. However, look at the space that you're in and see whether or not you need to pull your legs in, you need to do a smaller au, perfectly fine. So here, dois, tres, we're gonna do an au. Now, again, watching your space, checking out, making sure that everything is not gonna get destroyed, including your legs, and we're gonna go back to the other side. All right, turning around here. I'll turn around, not you. We're gonna go back this way. Dois, tres. All right, three more. So we're gonna go back, dois, tres, and au. Good. Again, making sure that you are breathing out in your au. Go. Because you don't want to pass out. Also with the aus, you breathe out so that if you catch that cabeçada in the stomach, you're not going to get the wind knocked out of you. Your muscles are flexed, so it hurts less, and you're just much better prepared for that impact. Dois, last one, tres, and oh, good. All right, so now we're gonna go through another movement, and that's gonna be Negativa Rolê. All right, so lots of different ways you can go into Negativa. Today, we're just gonna step through, okay? So here, from this back leg is gonna go forward. Here, I'm just gonna sit down here on the ball of my foot, and I'm going to be with my leg straight. I know different groups do it different ways, so if this is something different from what your teacher, your mestre has taught you, do your Negativa. But for me, the leg is straight, but the foot is flipped off to the side here. And the reason being is that I don't want my foot straight and extended here, because if somebody falls on my knee, that's a bad day. There's a lot of things that could end in a bad day. But here, bad day. Here, I'm just gonna fall to the ground because I'm gonna get pushed. My hips will go down too. And then, I'm just sitting on the floor, which, embarrassing, but I'm not broken, so it's good. So here. Now, that's how we're gonna do Negativa and how we step into it. Now, keeping in mind, if you're new and you're still working up to Negativa, option one for Negativa is you just sit on your bunda, one leg straight, one leg coming up here. And your straight leg is your steering wheel. So whichever direction the straight leg is, that's where I'm gonna go. So wherever this thing is, wherever this is pointing, that's the direction I'm gonna move with my rolê or my roll. So keep that in mind. Option one is just right here. Again, sitting on the ground, one foot in here. And then option two, you're on the ball of your foot, sitting on your heel. And again, that foot is to the side. All right. And let's switch directions here. Again, foot to the side, but extended, and I'm up on the ball of my foot. All right, so long explanation, but I want to make sure we're all in a good spot with our negativa. So here, I'm gonna go sideways first. 1, 2, 3. So my back foot, your back foot as well, is gonna step through, and I'm gonna have this hand planted by my hip. I don't wanna be too far back. I also don't wanna be too far forward. Just right, Goldilocks zone, right? So I'm balanced here. I'm leaning off to the side a little bit. As you can see here, I'm leaning off to the side a little bit, and I've got my hand up to protect. We're just gonna do a half rollé for right now, which is, I'm gonna put this hand here, my hips come up, put my hand down. This foot has already risen off the ground, and I'm just gonna bring this, my left foot, to my left hand, and I'm here. But keeping in mind, I've got my base nice and solid. My bunda is not above my head. This is not stable. This is stable. I don't want to just open it up for rasteiras or vingativas or whatever might be coming my way. I want a nice stable base, I'm protected, and I can step out to ginga. Do the other side here. So, 2, 3. Again, back leg is going to just step through. Boom. Here we go. Nice and extended. I'm here, and I'm going to half rollé. So I'm going to put that hand there. You can see this foot has come up already. I'm going to bring my right foot to my right hand. My base is solid here. My head is above my hips, and I'm going to come around. I'm just going to continue the around the world view here. So which side do we do? All right. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to step through here, and then again, half rollé. Make sure you're breathing out as you go. And up. 1, 2, 3. My left foot goes through, and right hand to the ground, right leg to right hand. And I step back up. All right, so we've done a few negativas, a few aus, and we've kind of worked through the basic movements that we're going to be doing here. Now comes the chair. But Tally, what are we going to do with this chair? I'm so glad that you asked. We're going to put this chair right in the middle. It's going to sit there. It's going to look like a beautiful chair. And we're going to go around now. So, just because of my space here and where I can position the camera, you might lose part of my body. Here, we'll try and go there. That should be all right. But if I get cut off, sorry about that. There. We'll try it. So we're gonna go around the chair. First, we're gonna go around the chair with our Negativa Rolê. And with that, we're gonna update how we're doing our Negativa, okay? So for example, if I'm playing with this chair and they're about to kick me, I'm not gonna just go here, like right at them with my Negativa and down. No, if the kick is coming this direction, which you can tell in our fake scenario, because my hand is up here to protect, that means I'm protecting myself from a kick coming from you, your direction, here. I wanna occupy some space, right? So we're talking about controlling your space, moving through your space, controlling where you place your body. And this is very important. I don't want to just like kick out their shin. That's gonna up the game, it'll send the wrong message, and it might get more of a rough game. And I don't want that right now. So what I'm gonna do instead is here. This kick is coming from this direction. I'm going to occupy the space left by that kick. So I'm gonna go under the kick with it. Here. Boom. Now, you can choose to go here, or if you're able, hips up. Yes, this is a lot more here on your quad, and if you don't have quite that strength yet, don't worry about it, just a regular Negativa. But realistically, the only difference is I pop my hips up. And you can see that gets my head out of the way. I'll rotate here. So the difference between those two types of negativa. This negativa, straight up and down. Head can still get cracked. Still a good escape, but you know, talking about body here. If I put my hips up, you'll notice that the line of my body is automatically protecting my head from anything coming from the side. Something can still come down, but I've got my hand here and I've gone through. So here, and it's the same kind of rolle where I just plant and over. So we can have our hip go up in our negativa or our hip go down. Now I'm gonna move around this chair here. We're gonna do this together. So I want you to watch once, then we'll go together, okay? So here, dos, tres. The kick is coming this direction. I'm going to step through. I'm gonna do it without my hips raised first. I'm gonna step through here, negativa. So I'm already occupying the space left by their kick, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rolle, but I can't necessarily rolle right into this person. If you've been doing this for a while, you're probably like, yeah, you can. It's called the vingativa. Yes, you can. But for right now, we're not gonna. We wanna go around. So I'm going to move my foot in. Notice that my hand is still up because I don't want to give them my hand. They're just asking for them to like quick hashtag it out from underneath me. So I'm gonna go here, almost like I'm in a esquiva lateral. And then through. And now I'm on the other side of my chair. I'm gonna quick adjust this here. All right. And I'm gonna just go back to the other side. So my goal is to make an arch around the chair. All right. We're gonna go back to the other side. So we're gonna do this one together. So pick your chair space here. And dos, tres. Now, as I step through, my straight leg is gonna go across my body. So I don't wanna go here, at least for this exercise. I don't wanna go here, because that'll have me rolling away. Remember, your straight leg is your steering wheel. I'm gonna go across my body a little bit and through here. Now this means I'm gonna go somewhere in this general region because this is my steering wheel. And now I'm gonna shift my hips forward. I'm gonna move my hand a little, this base hand a little bit. Boom. I'm still protecting the whole time, but now I'm in more of an esquiva lateral. And again, I'm low, and then I come up and I'm on the other side. So this is what I'm talking about while we're gonna be controlling our space, right? Because if we didn't think through where we're putting our steering wheel, we're gonna end in a completely different spot. And I'll showcase that. So if I go here, I'll do it this other way here so you can see better. So if I just go here, I can go through, but this, because again, I'm protecting from this direction, from this wall, which means that the kick is coming down over here. So I don't want to be doing a rolle right here. I'm gonna catch a heel or something right in the back. So if we're not paying attention to where we're placing our foot, it won't let us control where we move. Instead, we will just be reacting to this player, and we want to have some semblance of control and moving around the space, even if they're trying to move us in a specific direction. You don't want to get caught up in somebody else's game because that's exactly what they want, right? Like, I love it when people just play my game with me because then I get to do whatever I want. So I don't want to go across here because that's going to send me here or away. And right now I want to stay engaged. I want to stay close and I want to open up new opportunities. We all see the opportunities when you're in front of somebody for kicks, etc. Different opportunities when you make your way behind them or to the side. And that's what we're going to focus on. Again, the space, there's a lot here. Sorry, layers. My students always laugh and they're like, layers. Yes, layers. Controlling where you place your body, controlling your space, and finding new angles to then attack or escape from. So here, dos, tres, Again, I'm gonna go through. This time I'm gonna have my hips up. So boom, I'm through. And now I'm gonna come and I'm shifting my hand a bit because I wanna make sure that I'm stable. I'm here, and then I come through this way. 2 more all together here. Dos, 3. I'm gonna go through and through. And now I'm on the other side. And I'm just gonna keep adjusting my chair as necessary here. 1, 2, 3. Going through that kick and through to the other side. Good. All right, so this is one where this lesson, it could be harder for you to go along with this, but I want you to focus on this and use this as your own training, okay? So you can go around the chair. Now, we've done our Negativa around the chair to get to the other side. Practice that. And we're gonna add in an extra piece, and this is where, all right, I'm gonna be brave. So, we did AU earlier. We're gonna do the same thing that we did with our Negativa Rolê, but we're gonna do it with an AU. And we're gonna, again, focus on where we're planting our hands. And if you take a look, right? 4 legs, 4 different points of contact on this chair. We have 4 different points of contact that we are gonna be using in our AU. Hand, hand, foot, foot. We're gonna focus first on just trying to get to the other side here, okay? And now you can jinga or not, this is up to you. But what I want to do is instead of doing an AU laterally here to the side, where I'm just gonna go one direction, capoeira is not linear. Capoeira is done in a circle. We can go in a circle. I'm actually gonna reach forward. I'll do it this way here. I'm actually gonna reach forward in front of my chair to the side. Again, like we did with the Negativa, putting that foot off to the side. I'm going to reach forward here, and then I'm gonna reach forward again here. And I'm gonna just do a very little hop here, and then hop, and I'm gonna reach my foot here and here. So if you look at where my hands and feet are placed, I know there's gonna be a shadow on this back one, but it was, I'll walk it through, Carmen Sandiego style, if you remember Carmen Sandiego. Hand here, second hand went here. Foot ended here, and foot ended here. So it was bop, 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 in an arc. My body did this number. So I went in an arc, I didn't go straight through. And that's what we're gonna do with our AUs, back and forth, back and forth. All right, so again, watching where you're placing your hands and where you're actually moving. This can be tricky. Usually we do this with a person. A brave soul is standing here instead of a chair and not getting kicked in the face. But here, we're gonna go again. So you're just gonna go around, again, aiming to get behind the person, behind your chair. So here, hand, hand, foot, foot. And now I'm perfectly behind them and I can just go back. Hand, hand, foot, foot. All right, we're gonna do 4 together. So here, 1, 2, 3, hand, hand, foot, foot. And again, keeping in mind that my hands should be on the side of the chair. So again, we're going back. And here my hands are on the side of the chair and I bring my feet down behind the chair. One more time, hands to the side, feet behind. All right, and make sure that you're breathing the whole time. Hands to the side, feet behind. Perfect. Now, if this is where you're at, awesome. Keep working on that and that focus. You don't need to do huge AUs. You could do this with little AUs too. So here, little AUs. You just gotta kind of crunch in a little bit so you're not kicking the chair. I'll show you here, here. There you go. I didn't even get that high. So a very low AU can be done with this exact exercise. Now we're gonna go up a challenge level. Now, controlling that space. And this is where that strong core comes into play, those strong stabilizer muscles. We're gonna go around this chair in one AU. That is our goal. Because before, we could do it in two. Go there, and then go here. I wanna go around in one go. And again, 4 points of contact on this chair. I have 4 points of contact with me. So, we're gonna try and emulate that. But in this instance, I wanna do 1 point of contact here, 1 point of contact here, 1 on this side over here, and then I wanna land right here with my 4th. So we're kind of creating another diamond or a cross on it. And you could do this with a person too, like I said. So, with this, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, but it's not really cheating. So if I were in Jenga here, I would step to the side first. Again, intentional placement of your appendages. I'm stepping here on purpose. I want to give myself a little bit more of that room to go around. Okay? So I'm going to step here. As I come up, I'm going to reach behind the chair so that I'm already behind them before my second hand has even touched the ground. All right? So here, I'm going to go up, here, 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 and here. And yes, I stopped with the narration because I want to make sure I didn't go into the wall. But have a little bit more faith now. We'll go again. So the other side, you saw where I placed my foot in my first hand. Now we're going to walk through where I'm placing the second hand and the second foot. So I'm going to step out here, and I've shifted my weight over this foot. I'm going to reach around to the side. All right? So here, hand to the side, or behind, other hand to the side, foot and foot. Now I didn't get as clean as that 4 points of contact, but my second hand was here. My first foot was here, right by those points of contact of the chair and the ground, and that let me put my second foot firmly back in front. Okay? So we're gonna try 2 of these together, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Okay? So here, ready? We're gonna go one way first. So Jenga or not, but step out, hand, hand, foot, foot. Perfect. And last time, other side. Here we go. We're gonna step out. Now I'm to the side and gonna put my hand back, point of contact, and then back here. So here, stepping out, and there we go. So we've worked on 2 different ways to use a chair to control our space, and the body control here is important. If you're able to do this kind of AU, doing a regular AU should be no problem, especially if, for example, somebody's there, you can go up and you can bring it back through and around. If you learn to control where you place each individual piece of your AU or each individual piece of your Rolê, you can move and be more creative with those movements and flow better in the game and adapt. So keep practicing this. If you want a refresher, come back through this lesson. But otherwise, give it a go. I'd love to see how it goes. See you in the next video.